everyone and welcome back. Today I want to bring you along for a little garden update. We'll show you what all is going on. I just got finished, still have dirty fingernails. Uppotting my tomatoes and moving things around again because I am running out of space. I have some beautiful plants and yeah, we're running into some issues, but I only have a few weeks left, about 3 weeks until I can get these tomatoes and peppers and stuff in the ground. So we'll be starting to harden off a week and a half from now, just to get everything really good and acclimated to the weather outside, since where I live, it can still get crazy in May. But yeah, so I'll show you this. I'll show you what's outside on my deck, and then I will show a clip from my garden that is down at my papa's. So for those that are new to my channel, I don't actually live where my chickens or my main large garden are. They are on my papa's property, and I'm down there almost every day just to sit with him, make sure, you know, he's not getting into any mischief, anything like that, now that he is there by himself. So I've been doing that for, oh gosh, about 6 years now. Pretty much since I started this channel. So if ever you hear me mention like having to go somewhere for my chickens or garden, that's why, because I do not, I'm about 20 minutes away from them. And I hope everyone also had a wonderful Easter if you celebrate that. We didn't really do anything. We just stayed home. I'm still getting over some sort of cold, so that's why I didn't make videos the last few days. I had tons of videos to make for that I wanted to do for like Easter time and stuff, but oh well. So anyway, let me show you what I got. Don't be surprised if you didn't see my first couple videos on my garden this year. It is a very homemade setup. I reuse stuff versus buying new. I encourage that. It saves tons of money, but I do have some janky looking stuff in there, so let's go look at it. Okay, I'm going to try not to start coughing and also stop my kitty cat from eating my plants, but nah. All right, so here is my setup. I'll tell you some of my mistakes. The first being when I transplanted, I forgot to move the little tags. So I only know about what half of this stuff is. And here's the little nemesis right here, trying to eat my plants. But okay, so right here we have some beautiful Loofah Gourds. I am so excited about these because I really want to get a nice, first off, I want to get a nice enough harvest to where I don't have to grow them next year. But I'm wanting them for my soap making, and they are just doing wonderful. They needed to be started about 5 to 6 weeks before last frost. So those were started about 2 weeks ago. They're doing wonderful. Right here we have just some misfits. So they're either random plants, like I have a borage, and this is a marshmallow that is just now starting to do something over the last couple days, and then just some random tomatoes and whatnot that I didn't really feel like killing off yet, but I don't have, like, I don't know what any of them are. I can just tell some of them are tomatoes, but only a couple are actually labeled. So I'm just kind of letting them do their thing, and if they don't do much here in the next couple weeks, they're going to get cold because I'm going to need this room for my cucumbers and zucchini and squash and melons and whatnot. Back here, we again have some random tomatoes that I forgot to label. And then we also have a couple lettuces, so Swiss chard. We have chamomile, a tarragon that's finally doing something, Balm. So pretty excited about those. This here, again, minus the celery, which is going to get transplanted. It looks beautiful. We just have some randoms that didn't look bad enough to kill off yet, but aren't doing well. So I'm just kind of letting them, again, do their thing. If it turns into something, great. If not, I'm not too worried about them. These next two shelves are my prides and joys. So that's a little ground cherry tomato. I've never grown them, but it's growing like a vine. So I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. But I just transplanted all these, or up-potted them, I guess I should say. Up-potted all of these because they are getting huge. They're not getting leggy. They were just getting so big that the little peat pods like this that I had them in weren't supporting their huge thick stems. So I up-potted a bunch of them. These are more tomatoes that I have no idea what variety they are, but they're tomatoes. More tomatoes with a random pepper right here. And then we have two beautiful eggplants. They are this variety. I got them from Baker Creek, Melanzane eggplant. They're massive and they are just doing so well. Here, more peppers. This is all peppers here and they are all doing great. That big one back there is a yellow monster pepper. So over here, we have more eggplant, and then all these are more peppers. And I'm kind of like squishing my eggplant over so they don't overshadow the pepper plants. I have Oswald, I guess is how you pronounce it, Casper, and Rosita eggplant down here. And then these bad boys are just huge tomato plants. So we have Black Prince, Vintage Wine, Genevieve Italian Tomato, another Genevieve Italian Tomato, and a pink Brandywine. And they are just massive. So they don't even fit really under the lights. So I may actually put them at my papaws in a south-facing window, just so they can get the light without having the restriction of height, because they're just, yeah. I also did a little topping off, so I do have some overwatering that, where my daughters help, which is fine. And so I'm dealing with that. You can get the yellowing leaves like this due to water stress, whether that be overwatering or underwatering. And I'm here to tell you that they are overwatered, not under. So I'm fixing that problem. And then I did top prune a couple of my smaller pepper plants. You don't really want to do it with larger pepper plants from what I've read. I've never done it before, so I did not do all of them, and some of them aren't even big enough to be pruned yet, but the couple that were big, I only did the smaller pepper varieties. So whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I figured why not with as big of a selection as I have right now. I figured why not. So I went ahead and did a couple. So this is the inside portion of my garden. And so now I will take you outside to my deck and show you everything that I have going on there. And then I will show you the clip from actually down at my main garden. So starting over here, I have mammoth basil, Thai basil, Italian parsley, that, which is for teas, Japanese giant parsley, more basil. We have dill, more basil, parsley, that is marjoram, basil. These need to be transplanted into bigger pots. We have some orange thyme and then more dill. Then here we have more of that orange thyme, marjoram, strawberries, lemon thyme, more parsley. We have my room for some salads. And then here we have some new stuff. I have some arugula, we have endive, we have purslane, and then I did a couple different types of lettuces, and you can see they're coming up there, I don't see anything in this one yet. And then this is coming up. So, lots of fun things. Okay, so here are the leeks that we are regrowing from bought leeks that I got from Azure. And you can see they are doing absolutely amazing. So this is all the new growth that's happening on all of them. And they are just loving being planted. So all I did was, when I cut them about an inch down, or an inch away from the roots, and then I had soaked them to get new root growth, and then just planted them right to the base. And so all this is coming up. Let me see if I can show you. So see, there is all that new root growth that's letting us get some new leeks. So free groceries. So that's what this is. And then walk over here. I still haven't set up my trellis yet. I just have those kind of sitting there as a place marker. But we have peas that are starting to come up all over. I did 4 rows of peas right back here. And then here, down all this area is nothing but carrots. So we have carrots all starting to come up.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, baby. All over the place. So I am so excited that the carrots are doing stuff. So they're all over. And then here we have cabbage and cauliflower. And then over here we have 2 more cabbages, 1 cauliflower that I don't know, or broccoli, that I don't know is going to do anything. But we have tons of kale. This whole bed. This whole bed is a high intensity planted kale, because my daughter helped me and she just sprinkled. So they will self-cull, but we have kale growing literally everywhere over here in this bed. Mommy. And then here, one of the things that I have in one of these grow bags from last year is lemon balm that is now coming up for a 2nd year now. These have some perennial herbs in them, but I don't know if they're going to come back. These are all weeds that are going to need to be plucked. And we do have some chives growing, but it looks like that's probably all that's happening in these beds. So I hope you enjoyed this garden update for mid-April, and I hope it gives you some ideas if you haven't started your garden yet, and maybe some things that you want to start or buy and then grow next year from seed. I am in zone 6 for those that are new to my channel, and so we are getting really close to our last frost date, and I am so excited to bring you along this year for gardening. Gardening is a passion. I love it. Food security, now more than ever, is something that so many people are striving for. I will say I am so glad that I grew up with it. But I would love to encourage others that are just starting out and don't know what to do or don't think they're doing it right. I am very go with the flow when it comes to my garden. Like, I try to do it all, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least I'm learning in the process. I don't use high-end equipment. It's just me in the dirt. So I hope you stick around. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe so you never miss anything. I have been trying to bring you guys along for the whole process this year. So until next time, thanks for watching.